All right, so today we're talking about triangles and angle extensions. Now, these might look kind of crazy, but they're actually very doable with the information that we have just recently learned in this unit. So we know that, first of all, that supplementary angles are two angles that add up to 180 degrees, right? So that's something we can keep in our back pocket as a tool that will help us. We know that vertical angles, angles that are straight across from each other, are congruent, right? So whenever we have an intersection like this of two lines, we form a pair of congruent angles like that. So another thing to help us out. We also know that the three angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. All right, so let's start out with this particular problem and just see where we go with it. So we know these add up to 180, so let's go through here and just sum them up. X plus 47 plus x plus 67 plus 80 equals 180. All right, so we're going to add up our x's. We got two x's. Now let's add up our numbers, 47, 67, and 80. So I'm going to get me a calculator. And I'll be doing it. You do it on your own. You won't be able to see my calculator, but 47 plus 67 plus 80 equals 194. So plus 194 equals 180. You know, some of you might be getting a little nervous here, but just hang with me here. So minus 194 from both sides, right? Minus 194 from 180, we end up with 2x equals negative 14. Well, that looks kind of funny. You can't have negative angles, can you? Well, hang on. Let's find out what x equals. So 2 divided by 2 divided by 2. So x equals negative 7. Now, that doesn't mean we're saying that we have a negative angle. That just means to find these angles up here, we have to put in a negative 7 for x. And if we do that here, we end up with a 40-degree angle. And if we do that here, we end up with a 60-degree angle. Hey, that's pretty cool, isn't it? 40, 60, 80. All right, let's try another one. Now, maybe we can do this a little differently and just see if it'll work for you. So let's start out with our 180. And let's subtract off the three numbers that we know. So minus 82, minus 51, and minus 11. And what do we end up with? So let's see what that ends up being. 180 minus 82 minus 51 minus 11 equals 36. All right, and so we've subtracted all of those off of 180, so we're left with just 3x equals 36. And if we divide by 3, we get x equals 12. Can you believe it? All right, so if x is 12, then all we have to do is plug in 12 right there to find that one missing angle that we have. So 3 times 12 would be 36. 36 plus 11 would be 47 degrees. There we go. Okay, how about this one? Well, we notice from this one, we're trying to find this. So we notice across this intersection, these are vertical angles. So that makes that a 60-degree angle. Okay, so now we're looking for the third angle. So all we have to do is go 180 minus 60 minus 50, and we'll have it. Well, 60 and 50 add up to 110, and 180 minus 110 gives us a final total of 70 degrees. I like it. So our understanding of vertical angles helped us find this missing angle over here. And in the real world, there's all kinds of relationships like this that just kind of start revealing themselves to you as you're working on problems like this. Okay, here's one. So we've got this little diagram. We're trying to find this little angle up here. So first of all, let's try and work our way up so maybe we can find this angle right here. And if we can find this angle, that'll tell us what that angle is, or something like that. So I'm going to remove our ink here. So we know that this is a 139 degree angle, that if I subtract it from 180, then I end up with 41 degrees, which is also this angle, 41 degrees. Now, if I subtract both of those angles from 180, I can get this other angle up here, this one, and that'll give me the missing angle, right? So 180 minus 86 and minus 41. So on my calculator, 180 minus 86 minus 41. And that equals 53 degrees. So this angle right here is 53 degrees by the triangle sum theorem now. And that is vertical with that. So that just means that our question mark angle, the one we're looking for, is 53 degrees. Wow, that's pretty slick. Okay, let's try another one. All right, so on this particular one, we can do a couple of things. First of all, the thing that catches my eye is that these two angles add up to 180 right here. So that means this angle right here that's missing, I'm going to find it. So 180 minus 91 would be 89. So this is an 89 degree angle right here. Okay, and that also means that this is a 91 degree angle right here. All right, so now let's take I'm just going to keep working away at this. I'm going to do 180 minus 91, which we just found out was 89, and minus 27, which would give us 62. So this angle right here is 62 degrees, right? Okay, I just noticed something, that this is an angle extension here, so maybe if I just add those two angles together, I will get this angle. But I can also find this angle by subtracting it from 180. So 180 minus 62, 8, 7, 10, so that's going to be 8, 118 degrees. There we go. So question mark is 118 degrees. And if we actually added 27 and 91, guess what we would get? 118 degrees. So we could have used a couple of different theorems to help us get to our missing number. The more you do these, the better you get at them too. Okay, here's one. We're trying to find x up here, right? And find the missing angle. So we're going to have to solve for x to find the missing angle. So I know from my experience that 55 degrees over here would equate to 55 degrees here. And then I also know that 100 right here along this straight line would result in an 80 degree angle right here. So now I know this exterior angle right here. It's just 55 plus 80. So 3x plus 9 equals 55 plus 80. So 55 plus 80 on my calculator gives me 135. So 3x plus 9 equals 135. So I subtract 9 from 135. So if I subtract 9 from 135, I get 126. And then when I divide it by 3, I get 4. And then bring down a 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. So I get x equals 42. Now if I go up here to my other angle up here, see if it actually works. 3 times 42 is 126. 126 plus 9. 126 plus 9. Oh my goodness, it does equal 135. So we were able to just find these two interior angles, and they were the ones that were across from this exterior angle. And when we added them together, we did in fact get 135. Wow, that is powerful. All right, we got another one. Let's try this one. So we know right away that this is going to be 27. And we notice these are the two remote angles from that 87, right? That means these two added together are going to equal that. So let's look at that. So x plus 27, and we got to add our 68, plus 68 all equals 87. So we're going to subtract all of this from 87. So I'm going to do that. 87 minus 27 and minus 68. So minus 27 minus 68. So 87 minus 27 minus 68. That gives me x equals negative 8. And when I put that in over here where the x is, negative 8 plus 68. Lo and behold, I get 60 degrees for my missing angle. Very nice. Looks a little messy, but if you think about it, it's kind of fun, isn't it? Trying to figure things out, maneuver things around, and use what you know to find what you're looking for. All right, so we are going to do the triangles and angle extensions worksheet. We're going to do some of them together. So if you're at home, you might have to do a little video, some more videos to try and look these up, or when you get back to school, you can ask for more help there as well. Thank you very much.